Secondary schools here in Singapore now have a range of entry scores to help parents of graduating primary 6 kids make better choices. The scores reveal the cutoff points needed to enter each school, as well as the quality of top students that they attract. And this can range from the best possible 4 to 32, the lowest. It's part of the Education Ministry's larger reform of the primary school leaving examinations to go beyond just grades. Tan Se-hui explains.
It's one of the most important milestones for kids in Singapore, choosing a secondary school after the PSLE. In the past, kids had to select from around 200 possible school cut-off scores, but from this year, things will be different. Each secondary school will have an indicative range of scores. It's based on the results of the first and last student that managed to get a place in the previous cohort. It means to get into the express course of Pasir Ris Crest Secondary School, a student should get somewhere between 9 and 17. A different set of scores are given for affiliated primary schools. It's 8 to 20 for Fairfield Methodist Secondary. For non-affiliated schools, it's 8 to 11. In this example, these students are from non-affiliated schools. Jane's score of 9 falls within the range for the express course. Henry's score of 12 may not get him a place, but under the new system there will still be a wide number of schools with score ranges that he may qualify for. Now, what happens if there's only one spot left in the school and both students, Mary and Brian, have the same score? They will go through a so-called tiebreaker. Priority will depend on citizenship, order of school selected, and a computer ballot in that order. Meantime, high Chinese grades are shown as D for distinction, M for merit, and P for pass. These apply to Special Assistance Plan or SAP schools. The change also means a better spread of choices across school zones. It's part of broader efforts to encourage parents to go beyond grades when choosing schools. Instead, the Education Ministry wants more focus on distinctive programs, co-curricular activities, and location. The list of scores for the 139 secondary schools is on the Education Ministry's School Finder website.
We fully understand that there may be some anxiety over the new system, especially for the first batch of students and their parents going through it this year. We want to emphasize that there is no change to the curriculum, to the assessment, and the standards of the PSLE. So there is no need to be overly anxious about this.
Students can also consider the direct school admission as another pathway. More information on this will be out next month.
Principals say the range of scores is likely to nudge parents to consider schools beyond academic results. More schools will share similar cut-off points under the new system. They hope this will mean location and other programs like CCAs and culture will matter more.
Nan Chau High School is located in Sengkang, a neighborhood estate. The school's indicative range of scores is from 4 to 11, and Principal Xiao Fengfui hopes this will help parents with their choices.
I hope this sends a very clear message to the parents that the school is able to cater to the different abilities among the younger, the students. So even for the very strong, academically very strong students, there is a good option in the neighborhood that they do not need to travel far from where they are staying.
Still, she hopes that the new indicative scores mean fewer will think about judging a school by its grades, but more by its location. Parents have been appealing to move their kids to a school which is closer to home after having second thoughts.
Eventually, the child couldn't cope the long distance. That after a few weeks, the child actually told the parents that they have difficulty getting up early in the day, sustaining the energy for the rest of the day, and losing interest eventually. All right, that they do not want to continue with that school.
Ms. Xiao also urges parents to consider schools based on their child's interest. For instance, her school offers higher Chinese as a subject. Meanwhile, Raffles Girls' School's principal says that things like school culture or CCAs are as important. The school has a score range of 4 to 6.
I would have a conversation with him or her to find out more about his or her interests, his or her strengths, and then I would match that with programs that schools have on offer.
It's something that Whitley Secondary School hopes to do as well, through a physical open house, but only if COVID-19 restrictions are lifted.
What we hope to do is actually to publicize to the public and to parents about the programs that we run at Whitley Secondary School, and for them to see whether these programs match the interest, the passion and talents of their children.
The school, located in Bishan, has express stream scores ranging from 7 to 22.
Meanwhile, parents gave mixed reactions to the new system. Some say it may mean a less certain desired outcome, while others say selecting a school is more than just about scores.
Because in the past you can more accurately predict perhaps which school you might qualify for, and now there's a greater unknown factor inside it. But on the other hand, some of the factors that we've always been considering has remained constant. So things like the school culture, things like the CCA offerings that they have, these are actually constant that will not change even with the new scoring system. So I think we still have to go through the same process and decision making.
This is a journey. This is one of the many exams that you're going to take. So you have to not be discouraged right from the start. Let's say we aim for a 6 and she came up with a 10. We still have a lot of choices at 10. We still can find programs that will fit into her. So giving her best is expected, but getting that perfect score is not what we aim for her.